What is good, YouTube? I'm back again with another video for you guys. I'm back again with another video, and today it's just going to be one of them ones where like I'm just going to yap to you guys about just something I realized in life. You know, anytime I'm standing here, you know that it's about to be a story time. So I want you to grab your popcorn, grab your drink, grab your uncle, grab your auntie, grab your sister, grab everybody, because this is about to be a very, very interesting story time as usual. You feel me? So this is a story time on how do I even explain this title, bro? Picking up girls with my dad's BENZ. Picking up girls with my dad's BENZ. Okay, maybe I'm going to change the title. I might change the title, but then that is the epitome of the story. Like that is the main thing that I was doing in this story time. So before we even get too deep, please subscribe, smash the sub button, like the video before we even get into the video. Please, it helps me out a lot. Subscribe, like, watch till the end, because it helps, you know. Like, if you guys see, listen, everything I do in my life is to make it out the hood. You guys are looking at the story of Dio making it out the hood, so help me out. Thank you, I appreciate it. But anyways, this story time takes place in around 2019, 2020. My dad was still alive, you know. I still had a shit ton of money for a kid, you know. Like, I was doing good in life because I had my dad, you know. My dad was a lawyer in Nigeria, and he was a pretty wealthy man, you know. Mind you, at this time, I had already like moved to Canada for school, you know. So I was already in school, doing my thing, playing basketball in high school, and I would go back home to Nigeria during the summertime and Christmas. This happened during summertime. Now let me tell you something about Nigeria. In the summer and during Christmas, it is a fun time. It is a great time. Girls come back from different countries because people fly out and people fly back in. So bro, girls come back from America, girls come back from, like, not just girls, everybody comes back from whatever country that they are in. You feel me? So like, it's just a fun time, you know. And you know, I just flew in from Canada, you know. So I was chilling with my friends, you know. I was chilling with Emeka, Jolade, Sanga. Those were my three like closest friends back in the day. Emeka, Jolade, and Sanga, you know. So like, we all came from pretty decent homes, you know. So we all had pretty nice cars, you know. Like, not the craziest of cars, but then, you know, for a, you know, how old was I, like 19? For a 19-year-old to be whipping a BENZ, bro, I think that, don't let social media deceive you. If you are a 19-year-old and you are whipping a BENZ right now, you're either doing good in life, or someone in your family is doing good in life, because you know, it's not easy to have a BENZ. It's not easy to maintain a BENZ. So I came back from Canada, and I get home, you know, and my dad was like, "You can have the car, son." I was like, "For real?" He said, "Yeah, you can have the car." My dad never allowed me drive his car because, like I said, it's a BENZ, it's an expensive car, you know. And I also did not have a driver's license at the time. But my dad was like, "You know what, I trust you. I've seen you drive the Honda." We had like two cars. We had a BENZ and a Honda, you know. He's like, "I've seen you drive the Honda, so you know what, now that you're back, have the BENZ." I didn't know. I was so surprised. I was like, "Oh, for real? I can have it? Cool." I didn't know what my dad was doing, but then my dad was trying to teach me a lesson about life, you know. And as I get into the story time, you're going to understand where I'm coming from. So, you know, I'm whipping the BENZ everywhere, you guys. I'm going to the mall, you know. I'm going to the movies. I'm going to different places, you know, with my friends. My friends would be in the car. And you guys, when I say that, we were just getting attention from girls, bro. And, you know, I was like, yo, what's up? You know, like, I'm outside, bro. I was outside like mad, bro. I was outside like mad. Like, I was just whipping in the BENZ, you know. My friends, too, if they had their cars, they would drive, too. And all just having a good time. I remember vividly, there was this one party that we went for, you know. So like we all lived in different neighborhoods. The way Nigeria is, everybody lives in different estates, you know. So like there are nicer estates, there are worse estates, you know. I lived in one of the nicer ones. So like let's say my estate is here, you know, gated community and everything. Mine was here, there was another gated community. There were gated communities around, you know, so like it was kind of cool. So, you know, there was a party happening in like the other neighborhood, you know, and we got invited, me and my friends. So like we were like, I bet, let's go, you know. So all of my friends, you know, they jumped into the BENZ. And bro, we get to the party, you know, there's girls there, you know, and you guys listen. When I say having a good car, it actually boosts. I didn't understand this, but I feel like this was what my dad was trying to teach me. Having a good car, having good things, having good shit in life, having your shit together to some point, it attracts people. A lot of people. Don't let anybody deceive you. People always be like, oh no, money doesn't matter, this doesn't matter. Listen. When I had my dad's BENZ and I was whipping my dad's BENZ, I know the attention I was getting. And now that I'm on my hustle and I'm broke, you know, and I'm trying to get back up in life, I know the attention that I'm not getting. So don't let anybody make you feel like, yeah, you don't have to hustle, someone is going to love you for you. Nobody is going to love you for, especially if you're a guy, you know. And if you're a girl, you too, like, you actually have to improve some certain things. Like, guys, like, no one is going to love you for who you are. But anyways, we get to the party and, you know, like I said, everybody's having a good time. I pull up in the BENZ, you know, and I see this one girl. Her name is FK. I don't remember her full name, but her name is FK. FK. You feel me? FK. You guys get it? FK. That was her name. Let's just call her FK. So I see her and I'm like, damn, I'm like, oh, this girl is fine. I'm like, who is this fine babe over there? And you know, I was shy at the time. I didn't have the most confidence. So I didn't go up to her. You know, I didn't go up to her. But like, some in the middle of the party, one thing that's another, and you know, we ended up talking, you know, and I had a great conversation with her. She was laughing at all my jokes. She was like, oh my god, hee. Little did I know that she had seen me pull up in the BENZ. She saw me pull up in the BENZ. She saw me pull up in the BENZ and she was like, yo, you know, like you want to go for a drive? She asked me if, you know, I wanted to go for a drive, and I was like, yeah, for sure, let's go for a drive, you know. So I end up driving. We're just driving around, having a good time, you know. I'm driving, we're talking. Like I said, she's laughing at all my jokes. You guys, I didn't know that I was such a funny nigga, bro. I didn't know that I was that funny. I wasn't funny. It was the BENZ. Like the power of having a Mercedes Benz at a young age. She was laughing at all my jokes, bro. I was out here thinking that I was the most interesting guy in the world, bro. I was like, I'm so funny, bro. Like, oh my god, see this fine girl, you know, she's out here, I'm in the BENZ, she's laughing, and she's like, oh, I'd love to see you again, blah blah blah. And I was like, I'd love to see you again too, you know. I'd love to see you again too. Now, I did say that, you know, I ended up taking her for a drive. Like, I left my friends at the party and we went for a drive in, you know, in the BENZ. What went down in the BENZ? Do I want to disclose that today? No, I am not going to disclose what happened in the BENZ. No. But did I see her again? Did I ever like see her again? No, because there's something about like Lagos there's something about Nigeria, Lagos. Like, you know, you meet someone today and they're gone, bro. They're gone. They're actually just gone like the wind, because there's so many rich people in Lagos. There's so many friend groups. There's so many events going on that, like, I genuinely feel like actually finding someone, finding something serious is next to impossible. Like, you can't, like, that is not a thing. you know. But yeah, I feel like that experience just kind of taught me that, like, you know, because I always used to be like one of those guys that's like, yeah, you know, like, I'm going to find a girl that loves me for me, and she's going to be like, and she's just going to love me for me, you know. Like, I used to be one of those guys. But then after that experience, I was like, okay, yeah, she likes me because I'm cool, she likes me because I'm funny, blah 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 blah. But like, I ended up living my life a little bit, you know. I feel like when you like get to like college, you know, money doesn't matter, but money matters, you know. Money starts to kind of matter. Like, when you're in college, if you're the only person with a car, you are valuable in your group. If you have money and, you know, like, let's say you go to the club and you're buying bottles, you are valuable in your group, you know. When I got to college, my dad passed, unfortunately. Rest in peace to my dad. So, you know, I didn't have that pull anymore. And I saw how people would treat me, like, now, like when it was like, oh, when my dad first died, you know, like it was like, yeah, you don't have any money anymore. I vividly remember, like, we were playing a game, you know, me and my old friend group, and they were like, who's the brokest in the friend group, you know. And well, it was like this one game where you like can vote on your phone and everything, and they voted for me. They voted me because my dad died and I didn't have money. Isn't that kind of insane? But anyways, you live and you learn. Moral of the story: get yourself a BENZ. And watch how oh my god, get yourself a BENZ and watch the difference in how people treat you. Like, I'm all about like progressing, I'm all about getting your money up, I'm all about changing your life, you know. So like, just try and improve your life, bro. Whoever is watching, you know, try your best. I take my word for it, bro. Like, you might be, I don't know how old you are watching this, you might be like 15, 17, and you might have a girlfriend and you might be like, oh, you know, she loves me for me. Yes, maybe, and she could actually love you for you. But as you get older, you know, like, material things do matter. You know, having a nice house, having a nice car does matter. Like, you know, nobody, like, the same way no guy wants to be with a girl that they find unattractive, it's the same way a woman doesn't want to be with a guy that has no money. And that's just the reality of things. That's just how life goes. That is just, you know, that's just, you feel me? That's just life. But anyways, if you made it this far into the video, thank you. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'm coming through with videos every single day. And yeah, road to 100K. Subscribe.